Hey everybody, it's your dude doing stuff. Today, you can see I got my frying pan out here because today we're making grilled cheese. Why are we making grilled cheese? Well, I'm hungry, number one. Number two, it was suggested to me to make grilled cheese as my next dude doing stuff video. So that's what we're doing. Now, when I make grilled cheese, three things: butter, bread, whatever bread you want, cheese. Notice this is American cheese. It's just a few slices of American cheese. You can put Colby Jack in there, you can put Swiss, whatever you want. But if you want it to be cheesy, it's gotta be American cheese. My pan is at just below medium. There's a couple secrets to a good grilled cheese. But the first secret is you can't rush it. You cannot rush a good grilled cheese. Because if you rush it, it's gonna be bad news. The other thing I like to do is I like to toast both sides of the bread, and I'll show you how I do that. But the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put some butter into the pan here. And if you don't have one of those little butter things, you should get one because they're cool. I like to let it just melt all around, enough so that both your pieces of bread are gonna get some butter on them. Take your bread, throw it in the pan. Utilize the butter that's in there. Don't just let it sit. You need to get it as cheesy as possible. Some people like to butter their bread first, and that's okay. I was watching a grilled cheese video the other day, and they buttered the entire thing, edge to edge. That looked pretty good. That was a little bit more involved than what I want to do. So now, just let it sit. If you notice, I'm using a steel pan, stainless steel pan. You see up here, I've got a cast iron pan. I do like a cast iron pan, but not for grilled cheese. For grilled cheese, I'm a big fan of a stainless steel pan. I think they toast the bread better. I think they melt the butter better. That's what I like to do. Me personally, on my stove, I like to turn the bread every once in a while to make sure that the heat is getting properly distributed among the bread. Remember, low and slow is the way to go. Now, when it starts to brown on the one side, you gotta get your cheese ready. I like to lay my cheese out because there's a process. We're just gonna go with 3 pieces of cheese today. So I'll just eat this one. Look at that, that's perfect. When it's ready to go, you're gonna take the piece of toast out and you're gonna lay a piece of cheese on the toasted side of the bread. It's gotta be the toasted side. And then I like to rip the third piece of cheese in half and set it up just like that. You also wanna have your butter ready. Get your other piece of toast, same thing. Lay out the cheese, take the other half of the cheese that you ripped, put it on what will be the opposite side of the other one. Now here, you might want to turn it down because now it's nice and hot. As you notice, the butter will sizzle a little bit more. Swing that butter around, guys. Get the pan nice and buttery. And then throw those 2 pieces of bread back in just like we did the first time. Don't be shy. Mix them around. Get them all buttery. Look at that. That's gonna be a perfect grilled cheese as long as I don't screw it up. Now it's important to pay attention to what's going on because this is already brown on one side. Once it's brown, flip it over on top. And now you're just gonna start flipping it.
flipping it.
You can use your fingers like I normally do when I'm just making a sandwich for myself, or spatula. Now what we're doing is we're really just keeping the bread warm. We don't want it to continue to toast because it looks pretty perfect. Look at that. So you got to keep flipping it. That's what's going to keep the sandwich warm and melt the cheese. That's the other side. Beautiful. Now, I'm not a big fan of the whole ooey gooey, gotta pull it apart and be cheesy kind of stuff. It's nice to have melted cheese. We all love melted cheese. But this isn't a Kraft commercial. Notice I'm flipping it over and over and over again. I might even turn off the gas. Just because I don't need it anymore. The pan's hot enough. When it's ready, put that sucker on the plate. And voila. And no cheese lost. Thanks for watching.